Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Happy Thursday, November the 11th. Today's Veterans Day, and the planes from Langley Air Force Base have been exceptionally loud today. I'm guessing for the parades that are going on over there. So, if the noise cuts out any of the video, just remember, as the plaque is posted outside of Cherry Point Marine Corps Air Station, pardon our noise, it's the sound of freedom. We're just going to get through it. So, what we're here for today is to talk about, give commemoration and remembrance to Veterans Day. Now, I'm going to be as objective as I can in these descriptions. This is going to be educational as well as entertaining as I can make it. A lot of people have a misconception about Veterans Day. There are three holidays that America observes for those of us that have been served and currently serving and died in the U.S. military. Now, unfortunately, these days don't commemorate police officers, corrections officers, federal employees. There's separate days for those, but we're not going to get into those. That would take way too long. So, if you'll forgive me, I took a couple of notes down earlier so I could give some accurate information and refer to it. So, the three types of holidays that we observe in this country that commemorate those in the armed service, we have Armed Forces Day, Memorial Day, and Veterans Day. Armed Forces Day is the holiday that commemorates individuals that are currently serving on active duty. This includes myself. If an individual has gone to their local recruiter, gone to MEPS, raised their right hand, sworn the oath of enlistment, and are currently serving under a contract on active duty, this includes officers, even though they don't take the oath of enlistment, it's separate, but they're still in the military. Armed Forces Day is the day that commemorates them. They're currently serving. Memorial Day is one that is held in reverence. This is for individuals who were in military service and died while in that service. They're honored for that. Veterans Day specifically recognizes individuals who were serving on active duty and were discharged under conditions other than dishonorable. There are 5 types of discharges we can receive: honorable, general, under honorable conditions. Sometimes that includes medical separations. General, somebody who didn't necessarily do anything wrong but didn't maintain active service. A lot of times it's for individuals who just didn't want to continue to serve. They didn't do anything wrong, just didn't want to continue to be with the service. Bad conduct discharge, it is what it says. Also in the Marine Corps, we called that the Big Chicken Dinner, BCD, bad conduct discharge. And then you've got your dishonorable discharge. Dishonorable discharge is pretty difficult to get, and it revokes a lot of privileges that an individual can receive in this country, typically because of the conduct that they bestowed. So individuals that receive dishonorable discharge, Veterans Day does not apply to those individuals. For those that were serving and discharged under any of the other 4 conditions, Veterans Day applies. So today is the day that honors, commemorates those individuals' service, and it thanks them for what they did. A lot of misconceptions. People think that anybody that's in the military, when Veterans Day rolls around, it applies to us. There was a time that I thought that as well, but we received a lot of classes and a lot of education about how to tell the actual difference from the 3 days. I remember a time, especially after 9/11 and up in 2007, up until around 2012, a lot of restaurants on Veterans Day would offer free meals to veterans. And individuals in the military would go, they'd show their ID card, and they'd go in and get food. Well, a lot of restaurant managers were prior military, and they would deny these individuals the benefits. And these individuals could get a little bit mouthy and rowdy. And in fact, I remember a situation back home where an individual who was currently serving went into a restaurant, Chick-fil-A, on Veterans Day, requested their free meal, was denied, and then they went to the media and complained about it. And the media improperly represented that individual on Veterans Day until there was a counter media program providing education about what a veteran actually is, and while this individual is commended for their current service, that day is not reserved for them. Now, we all feel good on Veterans Day. We should. However, that day is not to represent those of us that are on active service. We have that day. It's kind of tough to say this one. Memorial Day only applies once to an individual. They were killed in action or died while on some kind of military. They were on active service. Sorry, difficult topic. Words. They were on active service and died while serving in the military. Armed Forces Day, Veterans Day doesn't apply to them because of the nature of their circumstances. It's possible to have Veterans Day and Armed Forces Day apply to an individual. I'm not tooting my own horn. That does apply to me. I served in the Marines from 99 to 2003. I received a DD-214. I was honorably discharged. DD-214 is the form that an individual in the military receives when their service has been actively complete. They're no longer attached to the military. They're not receiving any kind of benefits, no pay, no medical, except in the case of retirement. They've been separated from the service. They have no ties to it. They also can't be recalled under any kind of circumstances. That's your discharge paperwork. That's when Veterans Day applies to that individual. Now, if that individual rejoins active service, as I did in 2007 in the Coast Guard, you're still a veteran. We're required to list our DD-214 on any kind of job application that we fill out, on any kind of federal service that we apply for. So Veterans Day still does apply. It'll apply to that individual for the rest of their life. And then when that individual passes away, Memorial Day still does not apply to that individual. At that point, Veterans Day will continue to apply. It's like it applies to you the rest of your life once you receive a DD-214. Armed Forces Day will apply while you're currently on active service. So, where am I going with all that? Well, not really anywhere. It's Veterans Day. I get a little bit emotional on Veterans Day because I remember events after 9/11 and deploying overseas. I was stationed at Cherry Point, North Carolina. I already had orders to go to Okinawa in April 2001. I was set to depart Cherry Point in November. And it just so happened the September 11 attacks hit. And from there, if I wasn't going overseas, I was guaranteed to go overseas. I left Cherry Point on November 3rd, 2001. I was promoted to Corporal E4 November 1st, and I left November 3rd. Took about 2.5 weeks worth of leave back home, and then from there, Okinawa, here we come. Was assigned Camp Hansen. There were 5 bases: Butler, Schwab, Hansen. I can't remember the other 2. Everyone starts off at Camp Butler, and then you receive your assignment from there. I was assigned 9th Engineering Support Battalion, Camp Hansen, Okinawa. And in April, the events that led up to Operation Enduring Freedom Philippine Islands kicked off, and I deployed after that from there. Had quite a few individuals that I'm still friends with that went over there with us. We left the island, I believe it was, they can help me out, memory's a little bit hazy. There was a lot going on back then. I believe we left that island late September, early October of 2001. And I went on terminal leave. So let's say your discharge date is January 26th. And I have 60 days worth of leave. That's military vacation. You can take that leave, go home, continue to be paid up till your very last day, and then the next day, that's when you're officially discharged. Your pay stops, your benefit stops. At that point, this is not pre-email days, but not everybody had computers in their house. Everything was still done by mail. At that point, you're just waiting for your discharge papers to come in the mail, and mine did. So that was how my active service came to an end in the Marines. I have another channel devoted to where my Coast Guard service began. If you'd like to, you can check out the link in a previous video. Go over, check out that one. I'll be doing another video today for that channel to continue on its stories from that one. So, want to take a break from the TDCJ penitentiary stories. However, even though, quote, by definition, the day does not apply to law enforcement and corrections individuals, I want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters in arms, civilian staff alike. To me, you guys are veterans. With what you guys do, with what I experience in the penitentiary, what you guys are currently experiencing, man, mad shout out to you guys. Everyone take a second. While I was doing my reading, I noticed, and I didn't know this actually until earlier on, it's requested, not required by law, however, it's requested at 2:11 p.m. I'm not sure if it listed a Central Eastern Mountain time zone. I think it may be just the time zone that the individual is in. At 2:11, it's requested that 2 minutes of silence be observed for those veterans. So if anybody watching this video would like to join me on that, I'm at 2:11 Eastern time. Feel free to do so. At 2:11, I'm going to stop everything. I'm just going to sit, observe, and at 2:13, I'll continue on my regular duties. Folks, really appreciate you guys checking out this channel. Give me a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you got any questions or comments, post them down below. If I posted any kind of inaccuracies, please feel free to correct me. However, I did do my research before posting this. I'm sorry if I hit on any kind of sensitive subjects or anything sensitive for individuals. I wanted this to be educational and objective. I hope everyone got something out of it, and if you're so inclined, check out the other channel. I'll be posting more content of that later on today. Happy Veterans Day to everyone. Take care. I appreciate all of you.